Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Sagittarius. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Okay, well, first of all, let me say that if you haven't heard from this person in a while, well, this will most likely explain why. Also, you should know that this person, they're watching you, hiding their true feelings from you. Maybe pretending not to care when they do, or not to love you when they do. The reason this person is not reaching out is because they created a tower moment, and now they're afraid to come back and, tell you or explain to you why they did what they did, because they're afraid that you won't believe them. So there's a sense of time really dragging here, and not just for you but for this person, and especially I'm in the head of this person, and I can really feel like oh God, it's just taking so long, and they're getting frustrated. They're sitting here. They created the Tower and the Three of Swords. Okay, the reason they lost control, because they lost control of their emotions, is because of some suspicions. They were suddenly taken by suspicion, and that stung because they had repressed emotions. Most likely they'd been stung before, and so that was a very sensitive point for them. With this Gemini card up here, most likely and the moon combined together, it feels like the imagination just blew something way out of proportion. And the result of that was this and this. They did it, without really thinking about what they were doing. Those emotions just came out of the dark and swept them up and carried them away on a wave of anger. Honest to God, that's what I'm getting. They need to figure this out. They have to figure out what set them off. Because they have because of that suspicion that stung, they believed something to be true about you, or about the situation between you, and of course it was actually coming from somewhere else, but they've got to figure this out. They put themselves in this position, in the Tower and the Hangman position, but there is a silver lining. They've just got to see it, or be willing actually to see it, because this person is very, very stubborn. We see that here. Okay, so here we have them pretending not to care, not to love you when they do. Okay, here the heart is still bleeding. There's a lot of worry possibly over being able to heal a situation. This could also be something that they've been deceiving themselves about, this wounded heart. This could be what set them off. So this is something that maybe they swept under the carpet in the past, but it just kind of was lurking there. And this could be what caused the disruption. So this person is in this Three of Swords energy. It's like the eye of the storm. They're preparing. They're waiting and preparing, and they're afraid. Okay, they want another chance. Judgments here. They could be feeling compelled with Judgment to go back and get something off their chest, clear things up with you. You're on their mind, and a past situation is on their mind. I feel like they want, look at all those empty cups. I feel like they want to wipe the slate clean and make new memories, because this is a card of making new memories. I feel like that's what they want to do with the Judgment here. But they're hiding all of this. You don't have any of this information. They're, really, they're keeping silent, playing their cards close to their chest, but they are dreaming of this. And they're waiting. You see that? The Grand Duke. I feel like this situation, or you, or the connection between you, that you share, holds a lot of power over this person. They could be sitting back in that Three of Swords energy. They could be sitting there trying to gather up the courage to come forward and do this, clear this up, or even to admit that they made a mistake. Time has passed. You got the Time card here. So they've been sitting in this energy of the Three of Swords for quite some time, I feel. Right? They've been waiting, I feel, to be able to, or have been trying to pick up the pieces. The past is haunting them. You can see it reaching out for them. The past, there it is. That's what they did in the past. It was that Knight of Swords energy. Look at that. I thought I saw that Knight of Swords somewhere else. Oops. I guess not. I don't know why. Maybe. Anyway, you had the Knight of Swords, and in my mind, I'm seeing him in the reverse. So this is what he did, and I feel like in the reverse, I feel like there's a lot of regret. I feel like he wants to come back, but he caused this tower by something, by a quick action or some very sharp, brutal words. They're telling me, okay, of parting. It's just like, they didn't think of it. They didn't think about it. It's just the emotion, some really, as we see all this fire here, very intense feelings, repressed feelings, came to life again for this person. And it probably, in their mind, felt like they were reliving something, is what they're telling me. Okay? They feel like there's trouble yet to come. It's because they're afraid to face you, or that you won't believe them. Yeah. They're having, here we have the house, and we have, this is actually the symbol for the partner. Okay, so they have a lot of insecurities about facing you. Yeah. Also, they feel like you belong together. Um, it could be it could be with the house, nothing's moving, and that makes sense with the time card. But it could also be for some of you, and it's not going to be for all because it's a general reading first of all, and there's a lot of people watching. But for someone, this person lives in the neighborhood. So they live close by because of the house and the community card right here. This person is trapped in their mind. They're so afraid, you see. They want this commitment, and even marriage. So they really want to spend their life with you. They want to enter into a partnership with you. Okay? But they're afraid. They're afraid. Again, I keep hearing they're afraid you're not going to believe them. You're not going to believe their story. That's what this is. This is what's haunting them. This is a lot of negative thoughts around coming to explain something or to give you something. I feel it's to give you that explanation. There's a lot of negative thoughts around whether or not you're going to believe them. They feel like you're not going to believe them. This is somebody very, very prideful. So it's very difficult for them to come back and admit that they've made a mistake. And if there's even that thought of being rejected for, for doing that, for making that effort, oh God, that just holds them in their position a little longer. They're very, 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 very stubborn here. Again, so we have this person here who is thinking of someone, okay? The red rose in her hand, here we go, see it? The red rose, the way the cards are positioned, points up, okay? And what it points up to is very important. So she's thinking of a love connection, and this person is very important to her, okay? So she's, what the rose is pointing up to is this card. Somebody that got away from them. And what does this card say? This person is very, very important to them. And having an open and honest relationship is also very important to them. Okay, it's very important to have this love, this person back in her life. Because you see the fish jumped out, the fish got away. And now this person wants to get them back. That's their secret desire, because she also speaks to hidden love. So these are all things, thoughts, visions, feelings that are hidden. They're being hidden. You don't have that information yet. So this person, though, they need to make a decision, with the courthouse being the next card, probably to do the right thing, because they did something back here that wasn't right. Okay? And so, and they realize this, right? They have to, because if they don't realize what they went wrong, and there's a part of this that they have to go and deal with, and that's the old wound. Okay, so once they figure that out, they get to climb back onto the chariot. Okay, so it's all here. This person could get that wake-up call where they realize what they've done and why it happened. They need to. Because if they don't, they get back on the chariot, but the chariot won't move. It won't progress without that lesson or that knowledge. The Gemini card, you have it in reverse, which means that if this person has been hiding something, they will be more willing to release it and reveal it and be honest about it over here in the future, because this is what's coming in, you see. Oop, there it is. So here we have this card of all of these negative thoughts about taking that action and what might be gained from it. This is about having that communication. There's the action card again, somebody riding back to the past, and they are much more ready to reveal. So because they're riding right into Gemini reverse here to reveal what their feelings with this King of Cups. Oh my God, this is just fantastic. How see, you know, here you are, that you haven't heard from this person in a long time, and they're hiding all of this from you, okay, and how they really feel, and then suddenly, bang, you get this shocking revelation that is literally going to change your world. You didn't think they loved you, but they did. They did. They do. And so Ace of Swords is about a truth. It is about them wanting to speak a truth. But the fact that it's sitting here just before this chariot, I feel that they need to see a truth and admit to a truth. Because this chariot is about, seeing what they need to see in order to get this chariot moving. And because in the past, they climbed aboard a chariot and they had their eyes closed, or they weren't willing to look at something. And I say that because of the Eight of Swords, it's at the root of the issue. Okay? There's something that they were in denial about with this Eight of Swords. That they need to face, they need to look at, in order to get this chariot to move. Okay. This can also be this person. They said something in parting. I keep losing that Knight of Swords. I know he's around here somewhere. But somewhere. Anyway, he would have said something very nasty. I think he was over here, wasn't he? There he is, yeah. That brought that tower in, you know. So he could come back and explain this to you, and that's exactly what we're seeing. That it's what they want to do, but they're afraid to do. But if I look at this card, we see that they're actually going to do it. You see how he's releasing her bonds? Yeah, because his cutting words left her in this emotional and mental turmoil, wondering what the heck just happened here. You know? What set this person off? And that's what they need to go back and look at. Indeed. Because that wound is just going to keep festering if they don't. So they need to remove the Band-Aid and look at it. Because, and I know this is a very old wound because the swords are no longer in the heart. They've fallen out. And the person just covered it with a Band-Aid, hoping it would go away, but it didn't. And every once in a while, it just kind of, creeps out of the dark and causes a lot of chaos and damage in this person's life. Confusion. Anxiety, insecurities. It's doing all that. So what I also see here, there's hints all over the board that he's coming back, that he's going to see the truth about the situation. He will, a new perception with that sword allows them to see the way forward, okay? And what they were keeping hidden, they're now more willing to release it. And so we have this very happy event here in the future. And judgment I see is also here. So this person is coming. Oh, yeah. I feel like this person has been divinely guided. You know that? We have the star and we have the judgment here. And so this person, you have a very happy event coming here in the future. And somebody's coming to you with important information that brings hope and healing to this situation. And a new opportunity to start fresh. So be patient with this person. This is a learning experience for this person. They need to fix this because this is why the foundation was so shaky. That old wound was there, lurking in the dark with the moon, Oops. So if you haven't heard from them, well, this is probably why. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.